Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Before we begin this video, don't forget to give it a like. It truly encourages us to keep sharing beneficial content, inshallah. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss our future videos on faith, spirituality, and Islamic reminders. Barakallahu feekum. May Allah bless you and enjoy the video. Sometimes the deepest messages from Allah come not in thunderous declarations, but in quiet moments that touch the heart directly. Before any event unfolds, before a person even enters your life in a visible way, Allah may already be speaking to your soul about them. This communication is not always clear in the physical world. It doesn't come as a text message or a phone call, but rather it is a profound feeling, a sudden certainty, or an unshakable peace that settles within you. It's as if your heart, in its purest state, recognizes a truth that your mind has yet to understand. This is the way Allah connects with the hearts of His servants, sending signs and inspirations before anything outwardly happens. Many people experience moments where a name, a face, or even just a thought about someone stirs something deep inside their heart. This stirring may come repeatedly, growing stronger with each passing day until it cannot be ignored. At times, you might wonder why you feel so certain about someone you have never met, or why their presence, whether physical or spiritual, brings a sense of calm you cannot explain. This feeling is a divine whisper from Allah, guiding you gently toward what He has already planned for you. The Quran beautifully expresses this reality. He it is who sent down peace into the hearts of the believers that they would increase in faith. Surah Al-Fatih 48, verse 5. This peace, this calmness, is a direct communication from Allah, designed to reassure and confirm. This kind of communication transcends logic and the limits of ordinary perception. It is what scholars call ilham, or divine inspiration. Unlike dreams or visions, which are often more vivid and sometimes easier to interpret, ilham is subtle. It is an inner knowing, a feeling of certainty that grows quietly inside, often without external proof. For those who are patient and open-hearted, ilham acts like a spiritual compass. It does not scream for attention, but nudges you toward the right path softly and persistently. It is important to recognize that when Allah speaks to your heart, it is a sign of His closeness and care. The relationship between Allah and the believer is intimate, and He never leaves His servants without guidance. Sometimes, the guidance is loud and unmistakable, but more often it is tender and personal. This tender guidance manifests as feelings of peace, a lack of doubt, or an unexpected certainty about a person or situation. This certainty is not born out of wishful thinking or desire, but from the calm assurance that Allah places within the soul. When you experience this divine whisper about a person, it is an invitation to trust more deeply. Trust that Allah knows what is best for you, that He is preparing your heart, and that He is aligning circumstances for you. It is easy to doubt these feelings, especially in a world full of confusion and mixed signals. But the key is to listen attentively to your heart, to silence the noise of fear and impatience, and to embrace the peace Allah has placed there. When your heart is calm and certain, it is because Allah is confirming something important. Moreover, this divine communication prepares you emotionally and spiritually before any tangible steps are taken. It is as if Allah sends a gentle signal ahead of time, helping you to prepare for what is coming. This preparation is crucial because true connection, whether in love, friendship, or life-changing relationships, requires more than just timing. It requires readiness of the heart. Allah knows your heart better than anyone else. He knows your fears, your wounds, and your hopes. When He speaks to your heart about someone, He is also working to heal, strengthen, and prepare you to receive that person in the best way possible. It is a profound blessing to be able to sense this connection before it is fully visible. It is a reassurance that you are not alone in your journey and that there is a divine plan at work. Even if nothing happens immediately, these feelings are not to be dismissed. They are seeds planted by Allah's wisdom, meant to grow in their perfect time. In times of waiting and uncertainty, remember that Allah's communication with the heart is a source of strength. The heart's quiet confidence often surpasses what the eyes can see. This is why, even in silence or delay, you can hold on to hope and trust. Allah's voice in your heart is a guiding light, a confirmation that what you have prayed for, what you have longed for, is already known to Him. You might not yet see the call or hear the words, but the foundation has been laid. The spiritual connection that Allah initiates is also a call to patience and faith. It teaches that divine timing is perfect. You might feel an urge to rush, to seek answers, or to push for a sign. But the peace in your heart reminds you to slow down and trust the process. Allah is already orchestrating everything perfectly, and this inner peace is your proof. It is a calm before the storm of good news, a stillness before the arrival of the blessing. Ultimately, this divine whisper is a reminder that Allah is intimately involved in your life's details, including the relationships He has decreed for you. When Allah speaks to your heart about a person, it is a sacred moment, a confirmation that you are being led exactly where you need to be. Expect the call, expect the moment, but most importantly, hold firm to the peace in your heart. That peace is Allah's promise that the best is yet to come. Often, when Allah has already spoken to your heart about a particular person, He begins to show subtle signs to confirm this connection. These signs are not always obvious or loud. They come softly, almost like whispers that only a heart open to divine guidance can hear. Recognizing these signs requires patience, awareness, and spiritual sensitivity. Because Allah's confirmations rarely come as dramatic events, but rather as gentle nudges that align your path with His will. One of the most common ways Allah reveals a person to you is through repetition. You might find that you see or hear their name frequently, whether in conversations, on social media, or even in your dreams. It may feel like a coincidence, but it is not random. Allah uses repetition to catch your attention, to make you aware that this person holds significance in your life's journey. When a name or image keeps returning to your mind, it is a subtle call to pay attention, to listen with your heart and observe the signs around you carefully. In addition to repetition, dreams can serve as a powerful sign. Dreams hold a special place in Islamic spirituality. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught that good dreams are from Allah and can provide guidance and reassurance. When you dream about someone repeatedly, especially in a peaceful or positive context, it may be a divine message reinforcing what Allah has already placed in your heart. These dreams often carry symbolic meanings, so it's important to reflect on them with sincerity and seek Allah's wisdom to understand their significance fully. Another sign that Allah reveals to you can be an unexpected ease in communication or circumstances involving this person. Perhaps a situation that once felt complicated suddenly becomes simple, or a door that was closed starts to open. Maybe you feel an inexplicable sense of comfort and familiarity when you think about them, even if you don't fully understand why. Allah can soften hearts and remove barriers at the perfect moment to prepare the way for what He has planned. These shifts, though small, are powerful indicators that Allah is guiding the situation. It's also important to recognize that these signs are often personalized. What might be a clear sign for one person could be something different for another. Allah knows the unique language of your heart and how best to communicate with you. That is why some people might feel drawn to a particular verse of the Quran repeatedly, or find themselves praying for clarity in unusual ways. These personal signs are part of Allah's tailored guidance, designed to lead you specifically. Yet, despite these signs, many people struggle with doubt and confusion. They question whether these experiences are true guidance or simply their imagination. This is natural, especially when the heart is anxious or the mind is filled with uncertainty. However, Allah reminds us in the Quran that He is near and answers those who call upon Him sincerely. And when my servants ask you about me, indeed I am near. I respond to the invocation of the supplicant when he calls upon me. Surah Al-Baqarah 286. This verse encourages believers to hold firm in their faith and trust that Allah's confirmations will become clearer over time. Spiritual readiness plays a critical role in recognizing and accepting these signs. A heart clouded by fear, impatience, or distraction may miss the quiet confirmations that Allah is sending. Therefore, part of the journey is to cultivate taqwa, consciousness and fear of Allah, and to purify the heart through prayer, remembrance, and reflection. As your spiritual awareness deepens, so does your ability to perceive and understand the subtle signs Allah sends your way. Sometimes, Allah's signs come in the form of people around you speaking words that unexpectedly resonate with your situation, offering advice or encouragement that seems divinely timed. Other times, you might experience a sudden insight or clarity during moments of worship or quiet meditation. These moments are Allah's way of reaffirming that your path is aligned with His plan, even if you cannot yet see the full picture. It's also essential to be cautious and patient in interpreting signs. Not every coincidence or feeling is necessarily a direct message from Allah. True signs will bring a sense of peace and reassurance, not confusion or anxiety. If you feel overwhelmed or unsure, seek guidance through prayer, particularly Salat al-Istikhara, the prayer for seeking Allah's direction, and consult wise and trusted people in your community. This will help you differentiate between genuine divine guidance and personal desires or fears. When you begin to recognize these signs, it transforms your waiting period into a time of hopeful expectation rather than anxiety. You learn to trust that Allah's plan is unfolding perfectly, even if it's not on your timetable. Each sign becomes a confirmation, a message that the connection Allah has spoken of is real and will manifest at the right moment. Moreover, these signs serve a deeper purpose beyond just confirming a relationship. They prepare your heart and mind to embrace what is coming with gratitude, humility, and readiness. Allah's guidance is not only about bringing two people together, but about ensuring that both are spiritually and emotionally prepared for the blessings and responsibilities that come with that union. In the end, the subtle signs that Allah reveals are a beautiful reminder of His constant presence and care in your life. They encourage you to stay connected to Him, to remain patient, and to trust that your prayers are being answered in ways you might not immediately understand. These signs invite you to cultivate a deeper awareness and to walk your path with confidence, knowing that Allah has already spoken and that what is meant for you will come without delay when the time is right. Sometimes, even when Allah has clearly shown you that a certain person is meant for you, the timing for their arrival or connection is not immediate. This waiting period is not accidental or meaningless. Rather, it is a deliberate act of divine wisdom. Allah knows your heart better than you do, and He understands the state of your soul, your readiness, your growth, and your healing. Before bringing two people together, Allah often waits until both hearts are prepared to receive and nurture what is to come. This waiting is a test of patience, but more importantly, it is a time of preparation. Perhaps your heart carries wounds from past experiences, or there are lessons you have yet to learn before you can fully embrace the relationship Allah has destined for you. The delay is a form of mercy, a chance for your soul to mature and for your faith to deepen. It is during this time that Allah is shaping you, guiding you, and polishing your character, so that when the moment arrives, you are ready not only to welcome this person, but also to build a relationship rooted in sincerity, trust, and mutual respect. The Quran teaches us that sometimes what we dislike or find difficult may carry great goodness for us. But perhaps you hate a thing and it is good for you, and perhaps you love a thing and it is bad for you. And Allah knows, while you know not. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:216. This verse reminds us that our limited understanding cannot grasp the full picture. What feels like a delay or an obstacle is often a hidden blessing, an essential step in a divine plan that is far greater than our immediate desires. Allah's timing is perfect and cannot be rushed. When the call finally comes, it often happens suddenly, unexpectedly, and in the way that fits best into the divine scheme. This is because both hearts have reached a state of readiness, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. They are prepared to accept each other's imperfections, to support one another through life's challenges, and to grow together in faith. Waiting also tests your trust in Allah's plan. It requires surrendering your own timeline and acknowledging that His wisdom surpasses all. This trust brings peace to the heart, a peace that carries you through uncertainty. It allows you to let go of anxiety and control, placing your hope fully in Allah's hands. It is this surrender that makes the eventual meeting or call even more meaningful, as it is the fruit of patience and faith. Moreover, the waiting period is a time to strengthen your relationship with Allah directly. Through prayer, reflection, and remembrance, you build a foundation that no person can replace. This spiritual closeness will be the source of strength and guidance in the relationship to come. When Allah unites two souls who are grounded in faith, the bond is deeper, more resilient, and blessed. In conclusion, the waiting before the arrival of that person is not a sign of absence or rejection. Instead, it is an integral part of the divine process, a period during which Allah is preparing your heart and the other person's heart for a meaningful union. When you understand this, you can embrace the waiting with patience and hope, knowing that when the time is right, Allah's call will come swiftly and perfectly, bringing with it the blessings you have long sought. When you feel deep in your heart that Allah has already confirmed someone for you, it is a powerful and sacred moment. This feeling is not just a fleeting emotion or wishful thinking. It is a divine assurance that carries immense spiritual weight. Knowing this, what should you do next? How do you move forward in a way that honors Allah's guidance and prepares you for the blessings to come? First and foremost, trust in Allah's plan wholeheartedly. This trust is the foundation of your next steps. Do not rush, panic, or doubt the signs you've received. The certainty in your heart is a gift from Allah, and it deserves to be nurtured with patience and faith. Remember that Allah's timing is perfect, and what He has destined for you will come to you at the right moment, in the best form. One of the most important actions to take is to make Salat al-Istikhara, the prayer for seeking guidance. This prayer is a beautiful way to ask Allah for clarity, to confirm your feelings, and to seek the best outcome. It shows humility, recognizing that while you have feelings and signs, Allah's wisdom is far greater. Through istikhara, you invite Allah's blessing and protection over your path, asking Him to steer you away from harm and toward what is best for your soul. Alongside prayer, it is crucial to guard your heart against impatience and obsession. When Allah's confirmation feels so near, it is natural to want to act quickly or to fixate on the person. However, rushing can cloud your judgment and lead to unnecessary pain. Instead, focus on your relationship with Allah. Strengthen your faith, increase your remembrance of Him, and seek contentment in His decree. When your heart is anchored in Allah, you will be less vulnerable to fear, anxiety, or distractions. Humility also plays a vital role. Remember that no matter how much you feel this person is the one, it is Allah who has control over all matters. Do not place the person above Allah or expect them to fill every void in your life. Instead, keep Allah as the center of your intentions and trust that He will bring together what is best for you both spiritually and emotionally. It is also wise to seek counsel from trusted and knowledgeable individuals. Sometimes, Allah's signs are confirmed or clarified through the wisdom of others. Talking to a mentor, a spiritual advisor, or someone who understands the importance of patience and reliance on Allah can help you navigate this delicate time with grace and confidence. Finally, maintain a hopeful and positive outlook. The confirmation from Allah means that your prayers are being answered. The person you have been waiting for may already be preparing to reach out, or circumstances may soon align perfectly. Do not lose hope or become discouraged by delays or silence. Instead, hold tightly to the peace Allah has placed in your heart. Let it remind you that your story is unfolding exactly as it should. In essence, when Allah has spoken to your heart about someone, your role is to respond with faith, patience, and wisdom. Pray for guidance, guard your heart, seek wise counsel, and keep Allah at the center of your journey. By doing so, you align yourself with divine wisdom and open the door for blessings to flow smoothly into your life. Remember, the moment you have been waiting for is closer than you think. Trust in Allah and expect that call instantly. May Allah bless you and guide you to a life filled with mercy, love, and tranquility.